Hi, I'm Molly. Merry Christmas and welcome to Goody Goody Gumdrops. Today I'm going to be making some gingerbread cookies. So for this recipe you're going to need flour, brown sugar, butter, an egg, a bunch of spices, and brown sugar and molasses. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix the dry ingredients. So I'm going to take 3 cups of flour. I'm going to mix them in this smaller bowl. Next, I'm going to add the spices to the flour. So I have 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of 3/4 teaspoon of ginger. And to this, I'm also going to add a teaspoon of baking soda. So mix all of these together and set it off to the side. I also added 1/2 teaspoon of salt in here that I forgot to add. So now in the other bowl, I'm going to mix the wet ingredients. So I have 2 sticks of butter, and I'm going to cream that with 1/2 cup of brown sugar. The molasses is pretty sweet. Next, I'm going to add the molasses and the egg. So I'm going to add 2/3 cup of molasses and 1 egg. This is very sweet and it smells really good. This is going to take a long time to pour. There's 1/3 cup. And here is the 2/3 cup. So I'm going to mix this in and then add the egg. Now that the molasses is added, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1 egg. Oops. Now I'm going to slowly incorporate the dry into the wet ingredients. After I added all of the flour mixture in the bowl, I added an additional cup of flour and mixed it with my dough hooks. So I've got a dough like this that's you can touch and it doesn't come off in your hands. That's what you want. So I'm going to take all of this dough and put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours to chill, and then I'm going to roll it out and cut it into gingerbread men. So I will be back in just a second when the dough has chilled and show you how to bake it and cut it. Now that my dough has chilled for 2 hours, I'm going to roll it out and cut it into little gingerbread men and one lady. So the first thing to do is take flour and dust your workspace and take your dough out of the plastic wrap. I'm going to make sure there's lots of flour so it doesn't stick. And flour on my rolling pin. Okay, should I do the little ones? Yes, I will. So these are about, I would say, 1/4 of an inch thick. I'm going to bake these little ones at 350 degrees for about 6 to 8 minutes, and the larger ones for about 8 to 10 minutes. Oh, this guy lost his leg. So I will be back in just a few moments to show you how they came out when they're done baking. Bless you. Kitty sneezing. Are you videotaping? The gingerbread cookies are all done baking, so now I'm going to make the royal icing to go on top of them. So in this bowl I have 1 pound of confectioner's sugar, and to that I'm going to add 2 egg whites, 2 teaspoons of water, and 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And I'm going to blend this for about 5 minutes on medium speed after I've mixed it all together until stiff peaks form, and then I'm going to use that to decorate my cookies. And I have some little non-parasols right here and some little Christmas sprinkles that I'm going to use, but you can use whatever kind of candy that you'd like. We are decorating the gingerbread cookies with the royal icing.
Yep. Who's here?
Oh, this is my daughter helping me.
Hello.
Serenity.
Hello. I have a very thick tip. It's not working as well.
Do you want to switch?
Yes.
Just a second. Let me finish what I'm doing here.
One second. Let me just try to finish. There we go.
Just set it down a little bit. Here, switch.
I'll take this guy. tip is really small.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do? It's not sticking.
You have to press down on the cookie while you're doing it.
I got this big clump.
Keep the clump off over there. Don't set it on top of another one. Here are the finished gingerbread men and women. And they turned out pretty well. So now I'm going to eat this little one because I want to save these ones. They turned out very good. They're crunchy, but not like super hard like a brick or something. They're really good. The royal icing gives it like that extra little bit of sweetness. So, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and come back for more goodies and more Christmas videos. Merry Christmas!